Well, how about that? We are back. I guess I should start off with as we were saying, but anyway, yes, we've missed y'all. It is time once again for the Champion Brothers ChampCast, Bubba's Big Broadcast, whatever it is. But we're back after taking a little bit of a late fall, early winter layoff. But, glad to
End
be
of
back.
year layoff and
Yeah,
start of year.
right over there's Neil.
Yeah, it is that Chris right there.
I
I
remember
believe it
that
is.
good.
I believe it is. That's
Man,
Chris right over there. Yeah.
yes.
Let's just talk some Southern gospel. What do you think?
Yes, it's been a interesting last hour and a half or so because all my stuff had basically been covered up and I hadn't used it since the last time we did this, and making sure everything was working together again. So hopefully it will. I've probably forgotten everything that I've learned in the first year of us doing that, which I meant to look. Have you looked to see what the date was that we did the first of these?
It was
I'm
actually
assuming it
in
was
it was in March is when we very first
okay.
started. Just
Very
about
good.
3 weeks before that concert last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's why we started it, which we're already getting the critiques in. Boo
Okay.
Shaw says volume up, Chris. So let me see. Let me see if I can bring
Yeah.
that up.
Loretta just said, I am very loud and Chris isn't loud enough. So there you
All
go.
right. So we'll try that. I told y'all it'd be a,
Uh-huh.
we'll
Adjusted.
just have to be sampling it and see. So I boosted myself up. So maybe y'all can hear me. If maybe not, I don't know.
And I turned myself down. So maybe
We'll
maybe it got a
try.
little closer. I guarantee Loretta will tell me in just a second. So
Oh, yes. But I'm seeing, yeah, I'm not at the level that I thought I was, but we'll keep trying at it. We'll make it. But anyway,
we
but
shall.
yeah, we started this a year ago, or almost a year ago, because we were talking about singings that we were bringing to Fayette, Alabama, and we liked it so much. It's like, well, let's bring three more. Let's have some more this year.
That's
So,
right.
Neil, have you got the handy dandy slide up, or
I can
did you
sure
did
put
you
it up.
make one, or I've
I
got it.
actually did. Yeah.
Well, go ahead, you got it. So
Yeah, it's right
there
there,
we
man.
go.
It's coming. March 18th of this year. We're going to have the Dixie Echoes back in the house at the
We
Fayette Civic Center, Fayette,
we kicked
Alabama.
them off with the Dixie Echoes last year, and we liked it so much and liked them so much, and don't know for sure. You never know from one week to the next when something's going to happen, but hopefully the four that you're seeing on your screen there will be the quiet them dogs down. I ask you to be on your best behavior. All right.
All
But
right.
hopefully those four will be there because just the two shell nuts was here last year. But they have since added Mark Cates or brought him back, I guess you'd say, as a bass singer.
Right.
And then Trenton Williamson wasn't able to be with them last year when we had him here, but looking forward to seeing Trenton back with them this year. Um,
Absolutely. Quartet music, you just it's just hard to beat the Dixie Echoes. And folks that was there last year, you know what a treat it was. And tell as many as you can and bring as many as you can. Let's pack that place out.
but that is going to be on March 18th, Saturday night, 6 o'clock. Doors open at 5 at the Fayette Civic Center in Fayette, Alabama, as is the norm for us now. No admission charge. Don't need any tickets. We will take up an offering to help offset the expenses, but we just want folks to come. So
That's right.
hopefully y'all are getting the word. I talked to Brother John Killian today. He texted me and wanted to know what the dates were for the singings this year, and so I filled him in and told him that we would be on here tonight. And saw Brother Ray Nelson a while ago, former mayor of City of Fayette, and
Mm-hmm.
told him about it. And he was asking about the singings and when they were coming. So
Well, good.
hopefully, slowly but surely, the word's getting out there.
Good deal. That's what we want. More and more to know about it and more to follow through and come and enjoy.
As always, we invite you to let us know that you're watching. Hit the like or whatever button, or if you want to throw a comment in there. Just always glad to see the folks that's watching it live. We know now that a whole lot more folks see us after the fact than watch us live, which that's fine because we're still getting the word out. But
Yep.
if you want to hit that reaction button, whatever the case might be, or just drop a comment in the comment section there. We'll see it and we'll say hey to you and all that good stuff. So,
For sure.
yeah. So I didn't
Yeah,
do the
we
check to make sure that we were on live because I just got a notification telling me that be ready to go live at 8 o'clock. So
Okay.
double check that right
I think
quick.
the notification system was just a little behind.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we are live. So, yep, got that. So, all right. So we wanted to talk, or Neal, I wanted you to talk about because it was kind of an interesting story how we landed on the songs that we were going to be featuring tonight. Um,
Yeah.
but it's as always, Neal's the official historian and keeper of all things Southern gospel. His collection, I'm starting to think your collection's getting dangerously close to that of Ed Gosa, who's got the biggest and best Southern gospel collection that I've ever seen or heard tell of. But
I'm probably
you
not
getting there.
approaching that yet, but I am getting there. I am getting there for sure.
But since we last spoke, or since we last did one of these things, Ken Cook, that sings with us with Faithful Friends, his wife Jimmy Nail passed away back around the first week or so of December. And Ken honored us by asking the two of us, and it wound up being me and you and Randy Pennington and Rodney Brazel that sung at Jimmy Nail's homegoing service.
Yep.
And when we were after the service that day, and I hung around to take down all the equipment, and our longtime pal and mentor Donald McAdams stopped me, and he said, "I need to tell you something." I'm like, "Okay, go ahead." And he said, "Y'all need to be learning some Swanee River Boys songs, meaning Faithful Friends." And I was like, that's interesting, because I always called it that low close harmony that they did back in the day. And so I told Neal about it, and you went to work on it. And how many Swanee River Boys albums do you have?
Yeah, I think I had 4 in my collection, but I didn't have them digitized yet. I had collected, as is a lot of them. It takes time to digitize them, and those are some I hadn't got yet. But yeah, that was just enough spark to get me in there to let's listen to these things. Let's digitize them. And man, it's like, why'd it take me so long? There was some good stuff in there for sure. I've always known of the Swanee River Boys. I know of quartets of today that have mentioned from time to time doing an old Swanee River Boys song and that kind of thing. But boy, I found out it was some good stuff, and we started these live streams when we first started. Yeah, we wanted people to know about the dog being home, but we also wanted to know about the fact that we had some concerts coming. But we started by just talking about what we remembered in Southern gospel and people that influenced us and groups that we grew up singing around and things like that. And people just, it brought back a lot of memories for people that are friends of ours, and they started listening and they wanted to just hear more of it. And so, we kind of broadened that into just talking about Southern gospel in general and historically and stuff that we've loved over the years. And yeah, that led right into Donald Mack being one of those mentors, as you said, one of those we were around a lot growing up, and him saying that put us right to the Swanee River Boys. And I said, hey, let's just go out there and share some of this stuff with our live stream people, because it is definitely some good music even today. Most of it in the early 60s is what we're looking at here. Maybe one of them late 50s. Most of these are like early 60s is when most of these recordings were.
And the first one that you put down is the one song that Donald Mack mentioned to me that day. And he started singing a little bit of it. And I wasn't familiar with this one. But as I listened to the songs that you sent me off of those 4 albums, I mean, there were several songs, which I think we're going to play one a little bit later. The Dixie Echoes did not too awfully long ago, Up to the House of the Lord. And the Bishops, back in their days, did a Swanee River Boys song called Worrying.
That's right.
It was on that album. I'm assuming it was theirs. But
right.
This first one that you put on the list tonight is one that's just Tell It Like It Is. It says, that's gospel, brother. So let's listen to it. Here's the Swanee River Boys on the Champion Brothers broadcast.
I didn't make it up, that's gospel. I didn't make it up, that's gospel, brother. It's from the righteous cup. Drink from the righteous cup, a little bit every day. Drink from the righteous cup, and you are surely saved. I can't walk with you, you can't walk with me. We can't walk together except we first agree. That's gospel, brother. I didn't make it up. That's gospel, brother. It's from the righteous cup. Drink from the righteous cup, a little bit every day. Drink from the righteous cup, and you are sure to say, I can't walk with you, you can't walk with me. We can't walk together except we first agree. That's gospel, brother. I didn't make it up. That's gospel, brother. It's from the righteous cup. Drink from the righteous cup, a little bit every day.
The Swanee River Boys, and that's gospel, brother. That's a good way to kick this off, this visit off a little bit. And but yeah, that's some good stuff right there.
For sure. Like you said, a lot of groups have recorded those songs, and more recently, the Gaither Vocal Band, the current Gaither Vocal Band, actually recorded that song here. I don't know, it's probably not much over a year now, I believe, because it's the current lineup that actually brought back out That's Gospel, brother.
That's good. I got a little hiccup here just a second, and then we'll get it back. But I'm still relearning how to do all this stuff. So
All
I
right.
hit the wrong button and got the music away when I was trying to bring myself back on camera, which that's probably a better idea, is just to do this because I got the face for radio, so I could just give you that all night. But
Oh, that'd be all right, I reckon.
well, let's see here. We got look at here. Stephen Adair says 2 broadcast legends. Well, thank you, Stephen. You need
Oh,
to
I
up your
don't know about
standards a little
that.
bit, but
Yeah. But just thank you for listening to some Southern gospel tonight for sure. You can flat out sing some, you and the Mark Trammell Quartet.
yes, sir. And hey to Dana Hester and Melissa Blackburn, who both responded. So, thank y'all for dropping in and visiting with us this evening. So, but we've
For sure.
got and you kind of spun off. We were talking about the Swanee River Boys, but you kind of spun off from that and another group that was, kind of in that same little niche, I guess you
Right.
could say.
Right. Yeah. I just had 2 albums of these guys, but when I was thinking about the Swanee River Boys, also thought about the Sunshine Boys. So yeah, I think on the notes I sent you, I put Sunshine and Swanee River. So it just sounded like it went together,
Yep.
So yeah, it was some good stuff when I started listening to those the Sunshine Boys as well. And again, some songs that I had heard and had heard recorded before. And this one was off of their Out West project. So a lot of those have got a little kind of prairie music sound or kind of Western kind of sound. And but this particular one is one I enjoyed hearing others sing. So I thought we would just share it from back in, I think, about 1960, the Sunshine Boys, and When We All Get Together.
Let's listen to that here on the Champion Brothers broadcast.
Now when we all
Yes, when we all
get together,
oh hallelujah,
when we all get together with the Lord, we will greet each other like sister and brother. When we all get together with the Lord, now when the rich and the poor get together with the Lord, get together with the Lord, we will greet each other like sister and brother. When we all get together with the Lord, now when we all
praise the Lord.
get together.
Oh, hallelujah.
When we all get together with the Lord, you know we'll greet each other like sister and brother when we all get together with the Lord.
Now when the small and the tall get together with the Lord, get together with the Lord.
You know we'll treat each other like sister and brother when we all get together with the Lord. Now when we all
Yes, when we all
get together,
oh, hallelujah.
when we all get together with the Lord, oh yes, we'll greet each other like sister and brother when we all get together with the Lord. Now when we all get together,
Oh, hallelujah.
when we all get together with the Lord, we will greet each other like sister and brother when we all get together with the Lord.
Oh, yeah, that's some good stuff right there. The Sunshine Boys, and when we all get together with the Lord here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. I was looking at the Southern Gospel History page while we were listening to that song, and not 100% sure of that lineup, but throw that picture back up there. Well, let's see, I got it
Okay.
right here. But I know two of those guys. I think Burl Strevel is the one second from the right, and Fred Daniel is the one second from the left. They went on to sing later with the well, shoot, I love it when old age kicks in. Blue Ridge Quartet. That's what I'm trying to think of.
There you go.
So that I thought that was interesting. That those guys went on later and sung with them, but J.D. Sumner did a stint with the Sunshine Boys from 1949 to 54. He wasn't on that one, but I think that was Burl Strevel singing bass on there, and Fred Daniel singing the tenor on that one, if memory serves. But anyway, I thought that was kind of neat. And then looking at the Swanee River Boys, the lineup of that first song that we played, that's Gospel Brother, was Buford and Merle Abner with Bill Nelson and Bill Carver. So there's a little extra information that didn't cost you nothing extra. So
Yeah.
good stuff. Hey, let's see here. Big Mal Mallory says, good evening, brothers. Good to hear from you, Mal. And Judy Armstrong says, so good to see y'all again. So glad we can bring you a little bit of entertainment.
For sure. Yeah.
Beats anything that's on the boob tube right now, that's for sure.
Can you say that?
I just did. I mean, that's what some folks call it. The idiot
course,
socks, whatever you want to call it. But
That makes me think of a Church of God church that we sang at several times. And first time they called to book us, they told us we go up the highway so many miles and then you turn right beside the booby trap. So that's how you get to that Church of God church. So
which
there
all
you
of
go.
our folks from around this area that watch James Spann knows that's one of his landmarks on severe weather. So
It sure is. Yeah, it sure is.
Wesley's. But anyway,
All righty.
that didn't cost you any extra either. Hey,
Back to regular programming.
see what you've been missing by not having us come by and visit, but it's all our fault too, because we could have done it. But let's see, since we last did this, I've done 2 plays and Eli's done 2 plays, and so we're kind of in a calm season with that right now.
Right.
And Mom's been through the ringer and back, and I think on a little bit of an upswing now, so that's some good news. So
For sure.
I
Yeah.
don't know how much we want to share or overshare with that, but I know she's tuned in there. So,
She is. So, hey, Mom, glad you're watching.
so hey, Mom. But anything else you want to talk about, or you just want to go on and play some more songs, or what?
Oh, we can play some more songs right now. I mean, that first Swanee River Boys was from, like I say, I believe about 1968. It was a little later in the 60s. This particular one that I want to share, I could not find for this album, I could not find a year that it was released. Numerous sources I went to, and they all had question marks by the year. So this
Yeah.
is the mystery album, but I'm pretty sure that it was in the 60s because it was because of the lineup and the other albums, in that time. I'm pretty sure it was in the early 60s, or maybe mid 60s. But this is another song that I had heard before, and one that I really enjoyed. And a lot of these songs, me and you heard them by either a modern day quartet or a quartet that we knew regionally. And to us, it was new songs and we got excited and it were songs that have been around for, for a long time. And that's fine. It kind of speaks to the quality of the song that it lasts that time. But yeah, let's play this one right here. The album was called Finest by the Swanee River Boys, and it's Up to the House of the Lord.
There's an old time gospel meeting going on for us all in the house of the Lord. Oh, come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord. Come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord. Let friends all get together and they shake each other's hand, where they learn the ways of the devil as well as the ways of the righteous man. Oh, come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord. Come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord. When the choir begins to sing the sweetest songs you've ever heard, the preacher opens up the book and starts reading from the Word. To love thy neighbor as thyself, the good book do declare. Oh, come on, and let's go up to the house of prayer. Oh, come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord. Come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord. When the choir begins to sing the sweetest song you've ever heard, the preacher opens up the book and starts reading from the Word. To love thy neighbor as thyself, the good book do declare. Oh, come on, let's go up to the house of prayer. Oh, come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord. Come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord, where friends all get together and they shake each other's hand, where they learn the ways of the devil as well as the ways of a righteous man. Oh, come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord. Come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord.
Yes, sir, the Swanee River Boys, and Up to the House of the Lord, as they called it here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. And it's our shows, and we can do whatever we want to. But we were talking about that, other groups doing these songs that we heard first before we heard it from what we think is the original artist. But the Dixie Echoes, as I mentioned earlier, did that one. And since they're coming and we're to Fayette on March 18th, thought I'd just play the Dixie Echoes version of that song. And I thought this was interesting. On the Dixie Echoes project that they recorded it on called Sounds of Sunday back in 2000, what does that say? 2006, I think. I can't see anymore. Hang on a second. Let me look. Yeah. 2006 they did that. I thought it was earlier than that or later than that, I should say.
Yeah.
But they called it Up to the House of Prayer. But you've got both of those lines in the song, Up to the House of the Lord and Up to the House of the Prayer.
Yeah.
How about let's just play the Dixie Echoes version and we'll just do a study and contrast here.
Let's do that.
There's an old time gospel meeting going on for us all in the house of the Lord. Well, come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord. Well, come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord. When my friends all get together and we shake each other's hand, and we learn the ways of the devil as well as the ways of a righteous man. Well, come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord. Well, come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord. When the choir begins to sing the sweetest songs you've ever heard, the preacher opens up the book, starts reading from the Word. Love thy neighbor as thyself, the good book do declare. So come on, let's go up to the house of prayer. Well, come on, brother, come on. Let's all go up to the house of the Lord. Well, come on, brother, come on. Let's to the house of the Lord. When the friends all get together and we shake each other's hand, and we learn the ways of the devil as well as the ways of a righteous man. Well, come on, brother, come on, let's all go up to the house of the Lord. Well, come on, brother, come on, let's all go up to the house of the Lord. When the choir begins to sing the sweetest songs you've ever heard, the preacher opens up the book, starts reading from the Word. Love thy neighbor, friends, thy friend, the good book do declare. So come on, let's go up to the house of prayer. Well, come on, brother, come on, let's all go up to the house of the Lord. Well, come on, brother, come on, let's all go up to the house of the Lord.
The Dixie Echoes, and Up to the House of Prayer, as they called it, also known as Up to the House of the Lord. I was just looking there, singing down in Georgia tonight. Dixie Echoes are, because I was thinking about, well, we all just get Scoot on there and see, well, which is it? Is it Up to the House of the Lord or Up to the House of Prayer? But I don't reckon it matters. But that lineup of Dixie Echoes was the two Shell Nuts, Randy and Scoot, and Wesley Smith singing tenor, who was singing with the Dixie Echoes last March when they came to Fayette. He was filling in for Trenton, and Pat Barker was doing the bass on that one. So, and I went back and listened to, and Neal, you need to unmute yourself, but the Dixie Echoes did an album called Pensacola Live that had that song and a bunch of other good ones on it, and it was one of those you hear an album when it first comes out and you listen to it a lot, and then you go on and listen to more recent stuff. But sometimes you revisit it and it's like, man, I forgot what a great album that was.
Yeah, it
That
was.
Pensacola Live album was one of the better ones that they did. And what got me in motion of thinking about that is Daddy Paul Vinson, Randy's wife Paula's dad, passed away a week or so ago. And been having the honor of filling in for Ron Foster on 95.3 The Bear in Tuscaloosa for Gospel Down South, and thought about, talking about that, and brought that song up. It was on that album, the Pensacola Live album. Daddy Paul comes up and sings Hallelujah Square. And I played that, and I was like, I need to listen to that. And I went back and listened to that album the other day, and I was like, man, that's a fine album. So,
For sure.
just a small sampling of what you're going to get to hear on March the 18th at 6 o'clock here at the Fayette Civic Center in Fayette, Alabama. Hopefully y'all all can come and be with us, and we'll be visiting with you. I'm not sure if we'll do every week, but as much as we possibly can between now and then to remind you of it and just kind of sit and reminisce a little bit. So thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Well, while we're on the Dixie Echoes kick, we'll just play another one by them. Tell me this one, next one you picked out and why and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I believe, I don't have it in front of me, but I believe it's one that Scoot wrote that
Yep.
I really, really enjoy hearing them do in concert. It is to the point. The lyrics are just so straight and to the point, and a bunch of that good, true 4-part harmony in there. And it just grabs me, gets my attention and grabs me every time I hear them do it, every time it comes up on my playlist. So I definitely wanted to share that, and we probably won't even have to twist Scoot's arm to get him on here with us sometime between now and that singing in March and talk to us about it. We may let him share a little bit about it then, but yeah, let's play one that he wrote. He is the only one.
I don't know why Jesus loved me. He gave it all at Calvary. He left all the splendor of glory, dying that I might but one. It's Jesus, God's Son. He is the only one. He sees the tears that you're crying. He cares when your heart is breaking, but your cares and your troubles will all pass away the moment you call out his name. Who do you know that would love someone so that he'd freely lay down his life? There's not but one. It's Jesus, God's Son. He is the only one. He is the only one.
The Dixie Echoes, and he is the only one here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. Neal and Chris, glad to be back with you after taking some time off, and just looking forward to seeing those boys again. I'm not sure, I hadn't looked to see if they're going to be anywhere around here between now and then, but looking forward to seeing them on March 18th in Fayette, Alabama.
Yeah, they're actually here in a couple of weeks. I think they're going to be in the Tuscaloosa area, and then also down around where is it? Maybe around Wetumpka, I believe.
Okay.
On a weekend, maybe that second weekend in February coming up. So
I don't know if they're still singing tonight or not, but I just shot Scoot a text and said that me and you was talking about him on the big Facebook broadcast. So.
And it
well,
won't
let's
be.
get back to.
I was going to say it won't be just us and maybe Scoot coming up, but we're gonna have some more on here with us. I got a couple lined up for the next 2 weeks, and we won't say who it is. You just have to come back and see. And plus, it might not work out. But
do I have to wait too, or are you going to tell me?
I'll tell you sometime or another. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And
Well, that's good.
It might even be somebody you know. You never can tell.
Oh,
So,
okay. Well, that's good.
yeah, Loretta sent me a message a while ago. You were playing that Pensacola Live cut, and she reminded me that we were at a thrift store in the state of Florida. I don't know, probably 6-8 months ago now, and she came across that CD, and that's where we got it. We bought it at a thrift store in Florida. So those Florida folks don't know what they got.
And that's funny too, because not too long ago, Scoot sent us a picture of the two Bama Boys albums that we kind of featured here. The Ours and Others and Payday in Heaven that he found at a thrift store. I think he said in Pensacola, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. He said something about boy hit the honey pot or something like that when he found those. I'm like, wow. Yeah.
Well, let's get back to some Swanee Sunshine songs. You want to?
Let's do that. This was one of my favorites when I listened to all those albums. This is one that I could imagine hearing the Dixie Echoes do, putting a little 4-part harmony twist to it, I thought. And this one was from, let me look over here at my notes over here on the side. Yeah, 1968. But yeah, a song called Day by Day. So listen to this harmony and hey, listen to the words. That's the whole point of Southern gospel music, you know.
Yes, sir. Here are the Swanee River Boys and Day by Day.
Oh, day by day we're drawing nearer, yes, nearer, Jordan swelling tide. Are you ready for the crossing? Will you make it safe to the make it safe to the other side, the other side. Oh, day by day, we're drawing nearer, oh, nearer Jordan's swelling tide. Are you ready for that crossing? Will you make it safe to the other side, the other side? I know I'll make it safe to the other side, the other side.
There we go. Swanee River Boys. That's a good song that you just heard called Day by Day here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. And let's get you back. Neal, you need to unmute again. I think me and you both trying to mute you, and then we get all crossed up and all. But
Oh, it'd sound better anyway if I was just muted.
hush. I put it out there on Facebook yesterday and today, and I don't know if you saw it or not, but I know that Loretta especially, and you, I guess to a degree, are fans of that game Wordle. Did you see that there's now a Southern Gospel version of that called the Southern SG Hurdle game? Did you see that?
I did see that, and I meant to tell you to tell people about it too. Yeah, that was
But
pretty
it's,
cool.
I don't know if I can. Let me see. I don't know if I can show you or not. It takes it a second or seven to load, but let me see if I can show you this. Let me see. But anyway, I'm not sure if this will work or not. But let me do this, and there we go. But it's a Southern Gospel Hurdle, and the way it works is you come down here on the play button, and it'll play like just a second of an intro of a song, a Southern Gospel song. And so you have to see if you can recognize it. So like today's is this one. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this or not. It won't work if I click on it. Okay, and that's all you get. Did you hear that? Okay, but so then you can come down here and enter in your guess by searching for the artist or the title of it or whatever. And so, and then if you get it wrong, then you can play another few seconds and all that. But it's really neat. I did it the last couple of mornings and got it right. I think yesterday I got it in 2 guesses because I heard a speaking voice that I recognized. And then today it took me 3 times. I was ashamed of myself. But anyway, if you go to the Southern Gospel History website, which is sghistory.com, and then they've got a link. It's on like a little separate page or whatever. But I thought that was pretty neat for Southern Gospel lovers and lovers of the Wordle word game. So
It is, yeah, a combination there. Somebody very creative to come up with that. And the one for today, yeah, I listened to several seconds and I know it just like I know the back of my hand, and I could not come up with a song. But I'm still thinking about it. I'm gonna get it eventually because
we're not going to tell
I've
you.
heard that.
Well, yesterday's, I guess we can tell you because it's over with. But it was Jeff and Sherry Easter going away party. And like the first second that it played, all it was the applause because it was the live recording. I'm like, come on, man. Who's going to get that? You're just listening to some applause.
Right.
But then the next little snippet that it played, it cut off just as Jeff was starting to talk. And I was like, I know Jeff Easter's voice anywhere.
Yeah, right.
I was like, okay, live album Jeff Easter. Yeah, that's going away parties. I thought that was pretty neat. But y'all
For
go
sure.
check that out.
Yeah, definitely. Go check it out. Can you put a link to it like in the, I guess you can show a link possibly. You can get that set up during the song, I reckon.
All right. Well, let's listen to another Sunshine Boys song. You want to?
Let's do that. I think this one was off of that Out West project again, wasn't it? Maybe, kind of, sort of.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. A song called, another one that I really enjoyed, a song called Something Within.
Here we go.
All that I know, thank God Almighty, there's something within. Oh, yes, something within me. Got a hold of the rain. something within me vanishes fade. Oh yes, something within me. Oh, I can't explain. Oh yes, all that I know. Thank God Almighty, there's something within. Oh yeah.
Have you that something? Oh yes, that burning desire. Oh yes, have you that something? Sure enough, burning like fire. Oh yes, if you got something, well you never get tired. Oh yes, well get in a hurry and tell everybody there's something within me. My lordy, lordy, lord. I met God one morning, one Monday morning, could be Tuesday morning, not Tuesday morning, maybe Thursday morning, not Thursday morning, must be Friday morning, oh Friday morning, so feeling bad, so bad, and hard heavy laden, oh yes, I hung down my head, yes I did, and he lifted my burden.
There we go. There's you some Sunshine Boys and Something Within. A lot of folks probably associate that song with the Statesman Quartet. I believe they did it as well back in the day. So
Yeah, that was one I actually even looked up. Yeah, the Statesman did it back in 1960. And I thought it was interesting. On the same year, both the Couriers and the Sons of Song did it in 58, actually, before the Statesman did it.
okay.
So that was one that, of course, the Cathedral Quartet did it. Let's see what year, 68, the
Yeah.
Cathedral Quartet. I think that was on the album focused on Glenn Payne. But
Turn
but
the picture on. We want to see you instead of just hear you. This ain't radio.
my picture, really? Okay.
There we go.
You
Now
just
I
have
see it.
to. But yeah, I was over there reading that page instead of watching what we look like. So
It's all right.
But yeah, Masters 5, Singing Ambassador, Songfellers. Fellers, did you get that? Yeah, they're in the Sunshine Boys. It was either on even on one of the Gaither Homecoming videos. So there you go. Yeah, that song's been sung a lot. And it definitely caught my ear when I was listening to those Sunshine Boys albums.
Well, let's play one more from the Swanee River Boys. before
Okay.
we dismiss for the evening. This is another one. Let's see, that was from Finest. I don't know, didn't have the year on that one, but you can fill us in right quick.
Yeah, that was that one that I couldn't find a year in all the places I searched, but yeah, it was in the 60s, and again, just a quartet song that just another one of my favorites off of those albums. So
let's listen to it from the Swanee River Boys and By and By.
Little children by and by, Lord, when the morning comes, they say that all the saints of God are gathering home. Well, we will tell the story how we'll overcome, and we'll understand it better by and by. Trials dark on every hand, and we cannot understand all the ways God will lead us to the blessed promised land. He will guide us with his eye. If we'll follow till we die, then we'll understand it better by and by. Little children by and by, Lord, when the morning comes, they say that all the saints of God are gathering home. Well, we will tell the story how we'll overcome, and we'll understand it better by and by. Yes, we are often destitute, all the things that life demand. Want a shelter and a food, thirsty hills and barren land. If we'll only do our best, but we're bound to stand the test, then we'll understand it better by and by. Little children, by and by, Lord, when the morning comes, they say that all the saints of God are gathering on. Well, we will tell the story how we overcome, and we'll understand it better by and by. Yes, we'll understand it better by and by.
Yes, sir. Swanee River Boys, some fine singing from the finest album, and By and By, here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. I like this. This is good
I
stuff.
believe I've heard the Dixie Echoes do that one
Yep.
in concert in the last several years.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's somebody else that's covered it. So yeah.
I'll say some more howdies. Jim Varnon just went nuts on the emojis, but hey, Jim, good to hear from you tonight. Loretta says, "Hey, Jordan." I don't know which Jordan she's talking about. I'll look it around to see if the Jordan had checked in, but anyway, she'll explain that to us eventually. And our pal Philip Thornell said those guys had a sound all their own. You are right about that, Philip. And
Indeed.
appreciate you checking in tonight. And Kay Robertson and Amy Kazire and Mama even reacted to our broadcast upstairs. So
There you go, Mama.
So
Good
appreciate y'all checking in with us tonight. Now I got to be the Debbie Downer of the night. I've got to go.
That's all right.
I got a call yesterday wanting to know if I could set up some stuff so they could do a radio broadcast of the Fayette ball game tonight. And I just got notified during that song that I got to go back up there. So I hate to be the bearer
That's
of bad
all right.
news, but I said, well, it'll be a few minutes, but I'm kind of in the middle of something right now. But
All right.
I am going to have to slip out. But did you
That's
have any
all
other
right.
stuff that you wanted to say or add? I mean, that was all on the list of songs that you sent me. But
Yeah, that was all the songs that I picked out. Hey, Marcus, glad you're watching.
yeah, hey, Marcus.
Yeah, and just hey, remember that concert? Dixie Echoes, we played them earlier. We've talked about other songs they've sung, but they're coming back to Fayette, Alabama, March 18th. And we want y'all to come. You can endure a few by chosen witness, and you can enjoy a few by faithful friends, and then you can, really sit back and have a good time when the Dixie Echoes hit the stage. So just come and be with us. And yes, we can go for tonight, and we will meet again, same time. Well, maybe not same time, maybe not same place, but we will see you again. I promise.
But I don't want to rush off because I did want to say, too, that in case if we got anybody watching or later on watching between now and Sunday, that Faithful Friends will be singing at Trinity Baptist Church in West Point, Mississippi, this coming Sunday at 6 o'clock. And, right over there, Neal, he's going to be singing with us. So
yeah, I was going to say, I heard something about that one. Yeah.
Johnny is having to take some time off. He's having some health issues that hopefully we're going to get rectified sooner rather than later. But he told us that he had needed to kind of take a little bit of leave of absence. So we are mighty blessed that Neal was willing and able to step in and help us out so we can fulfill some dates that we already had on the book. So looking forward to seeing you live and in living color and getting to sing with you. I mean, it's kind of weird that I got to stand next to you most of the time when we were standing up singing, but I don't get to with Faithful Friends because we got Ken between us. So,
Well, that's all right because he's, like you say, one of our singing daddies, so that's all right.
And if you listen to Jason Griggs when he was here back in November, he thinks we had a falling out anyway because he said he had never heard of two brothers that sang in different groups without having a falling out. But we promise it. But anyway. Let me see. This is Roger Clayton checked in, said, "Enjoy it, guys. I grew up Mormon, might still be one if they played music like this." Okay.
Yeah, Roger's a guy that I worked with in the past. And so, yeah, I'm glad he came along.
Yeah.
Checked in tonight.
Philip said he also listened to you on WFFN, on mainly by 95.3 The Bear on Sunday mornings. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Been honored to get to sit in for Ron Foster while he is off, getting ready to have some hip surgery. So, Lord willing, I'll be on there this Sunday morning from 6 to 10. And been talking to some folks, maybe have another special guest or two on the radio on Sunday morning in the next few weeks. And Boo said, glad to see y'all made up. Yes, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
We used to say growing up that Neal used to beat the tar out of me all the time. And when I finally got big enough to beat back on him, he moved. And now for the first time in our lives, I'm bigger than you are. So
Oh, well. Yeah, that's just the
it
time.
may be
that
a
we're
good thing
in.
you can stand in between us. I don't know. I'll just
Yeah,
reach
it
over
might
and slap
be.
you in the head and get some payback.
If I miss one of them lines, no, you just stop right in it, or just right in the middle of the sing and say, "Hey, sing that line with me next time." Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how you do it.
Bitter party of one, your table's now available.
Yeah.
'Cause I did that to him last time he sung with me.
Yes, he did.
All right. Well, I'm sorry I got to go, but hopefully we've been here pert near an hour, 52
We have.
minutes and change.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
always glad to see everybody and appreciate everybody checking in. And hopefully we'll be back sometime next week. Don't know exactly when yet, but we'll figure it out. But I can guarantee you one thing is whenever the next time is, we'll be here.
That's right.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you putting March 18th on your calendar and coming and being with us in Fayette, Alabama. And we'll see you whenever next time is. Good night, everybody.
Good night.